Good morning, kindergarten. We're going to start today reading a message I wrote to you. I love you, kindergarten. I miss you all. I'm here for you. And there's my heart bursting. So remember that I am always here for you. If you need help with any of the homework I send home, you can always call me or text me or have your parents Facebook message me. But I am here for you. So today I'm going to do a little number of the day. That light shining on my paper is not helpful, but I did turn off the lights. So we're going to do the best we can to see what the number of the day is. Maybe if I lift this up higher, a little bit better. Try that. Okay. So today's number of the day is 10. 1, 0. And we know that that means 1 10 and 0 ones. We've talked about this all year. Okay, is it even or odd? Well, last time I gave you a little trick to remember that by. If a number ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's definitely going to be an even number. So I'm going to circle even. And I can show you with these magnetic dots, if we made pairs like this, they all have partners, don't they? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Every one of them has a partner, so it can't be odd. All right. The number word, this is an easy one. You can all sound this out. 10. You can all spell that word. I wish there wasn't a glare on it. Tally marks. Okay, so we know that tally marks can be made into bundles of 5. How many 5s are there in 10? You have 5 fingers on this hand, 5 fingers on this hand. How many is that all together? 5 and 5 makes 10, right? So we'll do one bundle of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes 10. Okay, I'm going to put my number 10 in the middle of this circle. One less would be 9. One more would be 11. 10 plus one more is 11. 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, 10 frames. That's easy because we only have one 10, right? So you have to fill every square in your 10 frame, don't you? The top row has 5 and the bottom row has 5. 5 and 5 makes 10. Or you can count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or you can count by 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which was fastest? 5 and 5, right? Okay, here's our number line. If we start here and make that 0, we have to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We come all the way to the end of the number line, 10. Place value blocks. Okay, this is a 10 rod. Okay, we can see, if you can look at it closely, there are little stripes going across, because if we cut them, there would be 10 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ones makes 110. Okay, so we just have to draw 1 10 rod. And you can draw the stripes in if you like. Dice dots. Okay, I put this picture, I'm going to move this over to show you. Picture of dice. Okay, look at the number 10. You can see 5 and 5. And we already talked about 5 and 5 making 10, right? So I'm going to draw those two dice dots. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes 10 altogether. Okay, let's count forwards. Starting at 10, we would have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Counting backwards, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. A picture of 10 things. I'm just going to make circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A number bond. 10 goes in the big circle. We can use 5 plus 5, just like we did on the dice dots, and 2 rows of 5 in the 10 frame. And I made 2 rows of 5 circles, didn't I? And 2 bundles of 5 up here with tally marks. So we know that 5 and 5 makes 10, but we also know that there are many different ways to make 10. So I'm going to put 10 here, and let's think of this part whole using different numbers. So how about if we had 9? I could have 9. How many more would I need to make 10? Well, that's easy, isn't it? If you have 9, 1 more makes 10, right? 9 and 1 more. So I'm going to put 9 here. And I'm going to use a smaller marker to make 2 number sentences. We have 5 plus 5 equals 10. And we have 9 plus 1 equals 10. Okay. These are called equations. It's a number sentence with an equal sign. That's an equation. Okay, now I'm going to make it a little tricky. Suppose I changed our number by adding 100. So I'm going to write 100 like this. It almost looks like 10, right? But I have another 0 there because 100 is a 3-digit number. Remember, I can show you our hundreds chart. The top row has 1 through 10. And 1 through 9 are just single-digit numbers. But as soon as you get to 10, that makes a 2-digit number, right? What happens when we get all the way to the bottom and we see 100? That's our first 3-digit number. Okay, so if I add 100 to 10, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to put 10 here. Now, when we add numbers in a vertical column like that, you know, vertical means up and down. We have to remember to keep everything in its correct place. So this is ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, 0 plus 0 we know equals 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus nothing is 1. So there's our answer, which is our sum. Remember that word sum? S-U-M. The sum of these two numbers is 110. Okay, and this is 10. If I have 10 of these, it looks like this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Right? 10 tens is 100. So if I were to add 100 onto our number of the day, I would have to put a 1 here, right? Isn't that what our answer looked like? 1, 1, 0, 110. Is it still an even number? Yes, it is, because it ends in 0. So it's still even. The number word, I would have to write 100. And we can leave the 10 there, 110. I would have to add 20 more bundles to the tally marks. I'm not going to do it because I don't have room, but 20 more bundles of 5 would make 100. Think about that. 10 tens makes 100, right? 10 tens is 100, but 5 is half of 10. So there's 2 5s in a 10. That means we need double the tens. 20. 2 tens is 20, right? So 20 5s makes 100. If I had 110 in the center here, 1 less would be 109. Look what happens when I write that number. I have to put a 0 here, right? Because there are no tens in the number 9. So I have to hold that tens place. I have 100, no tens, and 9 ones. 1 more than 110 would be 111. Look at that number. That happens to be my favorite number. 100, 110, and 1 1 makes 111. I would need 10 more 10 frames, right? To make 110. 10 tens makes 100. So 10 more 10 frames plus this one would be 110. I would have to make a very long number line to keep going to 110. I would add to my place value blocks. All I would have to do really would be make a square like this. And you can put all the little lines if you want to. I'm not going to count them, but it would look like a lot of lines to make our 100 square. So 110. The dice dots, I have 2 5s here. So it's the same as what we said before about the bundles. I would need 20 more dice with the 5 facing up, because 5 times 20, or 25s, is 100. For our numbers, all I have to do is add a 1, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117. Just added a 1 in the hundreds place. That's pretty easy. Going backwards though, remember, these are single digit numbers. There's no tens. So we have to add a 0 in the tens place. So we have 10, and then it would be 109. It would be 108. It would be 107. 106. 105. 104. And 103. Some of you are getting this. I know Logan is. Okay, for my picture, I've got 10 circles. I would just have to make 100 more. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have room on this paper, but you can do it at home if you want to. For my number bond, I'm going to put a 1 here in the hundreds place, because remember we added 100 to our original 10. 110. So this says 110, just like we added here. And I would have to add 1, oh, no, I'm sorry. I would have to add 50 to the 5 and 50 to this 5 because I'm splitting up the 100 into 2 equal halves. 50 and 50 is 100. Just like 5 and 5 is 10, 50 and 50, like this. 5 plus 5 equals 10. If I add a 0, this makes 5 in the 10s place, 0 in the 1s place. So I'd have to add 0 plus 0. Gives me the sum of 100. That's pretty tricky, isn't it? So 55 plus 55 is 110. I would have to change my whole number to 110, and I'm going to make this 90 plus, no, I'm not. 90 plus 10 is 100. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to make 90, or I could do it this way. 109. 109 plus 1 more is 110. They almost got me on that one. Okay, and over here, 5 plus 5 equals 10. Well, we showed how to make that into 55 plus 55 equals 110. And this is going to be 109 plus 1 equals 110. Okay, so that was an advanced lesson for some of my math wizards in this class. I know there's a few of you who are getting it. If you want to stick with just 10, that's perfectly fine. But I wanted to challenge some of you today, and it even challenged me, didn't it? I almost goofed up down here. Okay, so you all have a great day. I'll see you in a little while on our Zoom meeting. Bye, everybody.